Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a little bit. We haven't been making any videos here. Summer's been busy, been on vacation. Work's been a little bit different. We've been putting in some hours there, and I think it's time to get back to the shop and get going on some projects. We did a couple little projects. I redid some of the trim on the car after Carlisle. Some of y'all might remember all this trim right here was all painted, and it had cracked over time. So I wanted it to have a little bit more of a factory look. So I stripped all the gloss black paint off of it and put some SEM trim black on it, and it looks much better. It looks much more normal. Now I'm debating whether to do like the silver pinstripes and the GT striping on the hood. I don't know, maybe y'all could give me some advice on that. But the other thing that we did is I wanted to stuff a 10-inch tire or a 28 by 10 inch slick under this car on a 10-inch wheel. We've been running I should have just stuck to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've been running these, the 15 by 8 with the 5.5 inch back spacing since we put the motor in the car and went drag racing with it. And they work great. I mean, I can't fault it at the track. It's 60 foot's good. I've never had traction issues except like when the rear broke, but on the street for an unprepped surface, you want a 2-ply sidewall, and the Hoosier 28 by 10 fits the bill for that. So I'm excited to see what this tire does on an unprepped surface with some traction compound. So we went ahead and got a set of street lights, 15 by 10s with a 6.5 inch backspace. That's probably the biggest, the most common question I get on this car is, how did you fit that tire underneath it, and what did you have to do to make it fit? What are the backspacing of your wheels? What did you have to change? And I think what I'll probably do, I got the tires to fit around the tailpipes. Wanted to keep the tailpipes. It's a street car. I wanted to keep the back seats and glass and all the stuff that makes it a street car intact to keep it a street car. So I think what we'll do is do a video. I ordered a anti-roll bar, which I desperately needed. Like even before on the other tires would clear. Like when the car left, it would leave, driver's side tire 3 feet in the air, passenger side tire 2 feet in the air, jamming the passenger side rear wheel up into the wheel well. But with the 8s, it fit. So it worked. But with these, even just pulling in and out of the driveway, I can hear it squeaking on the inside of the lip because no anti-roll bar. And I think the UPR unit for tailpipes is going to fit the bill. So I ordered the UPR anti-roll bar for tailpipes, which looks, all the measuring I did under there looks like it's going to work and let me keep the tailpipes. So I ordered that. It should be in this week sometime, and we'll break everything back down, and I'll go through and Are you serious? Dude. It's in the freaking shop. Come on. Anywho. Yeah, we'll break down in detail what it takes to fit a 28 by 10 on a 10-inch wheel underneath the back of a Fox body. That's pretty much the biggest wheel and tire combination that you're going to be able to fit under a Fox body without Joe Dirt protrusion. And even with these, there is a wee slight bit of protrusion, but it is, in my humble hillbilly opinion, it is wholly acceptable. The anti-roll bar will keep the body from moving in relation to the rear, so it will keep the tires off of the inner fenders. The other important thing that we'll go through is anti-squat value and instant center. So basically, these cars, Fox body Mustangs, once you lower them, they want to squat. If you map a line directly off your upper control arms and lower control arms and bring that point together, Wherever that point is going to define your instant center and anti-squat value. Your anti-squat value is going to be your instant center in relation to the center line, the center of gravity of the car, which is right about at the 5.0 emblem. And most cars, it's in the dirt. You want it to be right about the 5.0 emblem for 0% anti-squat. 0% anti-squat meaning when you nail it, the body doesn't squat down on the rear and it doesn't extend up off of the tire like the old Southside machine bars used to do. It just stays dead even, and that's where you want it to be. When you're coming off your trans brake or your foot brake or dumping the clutch or whatever, you don't want the body to squat on the tire, and you don't want it to extend up too violently, squash the tire and knock the tire off. You want to use your suspension, your valving in your coilovers or your valving in your shocks to let the car get traction and transfer weight. So that's part of this deal too. If you're going to run a 10-inch tire or a 10-inch rim with a 28 by 10 tire, to keep the body from coming down on it, you're going to have to control that anti-squat in addition to anti-roll and all the conventional stuff that you've read on the internet for the last 20 years about cutting the wheel lip and rolling it and bashing the inner fender well. Of course, your quad shock's in the trash by now, and there's a bunch of other stuff that you need to do. And, you know, if it was this car, nah, it's not getting cut up. And, you know, some guys have really nice cars that just did their paint and body, and they don't want to go cutting the wheel lips off and rolling stuff and, you know, taking a 2-pound sledge to the inner wheelhouse and just wreaking total havoc on it. But we'll make a little video when the anti-roll bar comes in. We'll show you what that deal is all about, and show you what we had to do to fit the tire under the car. Everything from moving the exhaust. When I put the new mufflers on, I cut the exhaust, sectioned a little bit out, squished the tailpipe closer to the gas tank, so it'd clear. The tire hitting the tailpipe is, you know, if the tailpipe's in the factory location, the tire's going to hit it. But I wanted to keep the stock tailpipes, along with the back seats and glass and everything else that makes this a great, you know, ice cream car. It's not a race car, it's a cruiser, it's an ice cream car. So we'll go through all that stuff in the next video, and I hope we can kind of do it justice, and I hope you guys like it. All right, well, I'm gonna go clean the bird poop off my car now and go sparrow hunting, apparently. All right, y'all, have a good one. We'll catch up.